taketones.com. taketones.com.
So I knew how much Everyday Struggle made, right? So every quarter they would send me a thing. Hey, we paid this for production, paid this for this, paid this for this, paid this for this, paid this. These are our salaries, and this is what we got in ads. Blah blah blah. They do a balance sheet. Hey, this is a profit or if it's a loss, whatever, right? And I was entitled to a percentage because I told them I would only stay, and I knew, like, by the way, I had a lot of leverage. You know, thanks to Joe with that, because Joe left. If I left, it'd be a wrap. They caved a little bit to me, right? So I was a partner in the show, but I'm not a partner in the company. They're not going to tell me how much Complex is pulling. They'll tell me how much Everyday Struggle is pulling. Now, I'm only telling you that because this is why I call them a worker. I knew when Spotify was talking to the Joe Budden podcast, any decisions to be made was not to be made by Rory and Mealy Mall. Actually, they had no idea unless Joe told them. So it was ironic, the same dudes who used to question my business acumen were up on a podcast sitting there looking clueless and talking about equity. They had no idea. They were blindly riding cock. So I put it out there. I said, hey, these niggas is workers. Bothered this bum ass nigga a lot. His emotions really drove him to here. And by the way, I don't want to take credit for none of what's happened, but him being emotional led to problems at home, led to problems in the workplace, and eventually led to him going on strike. Let me give you the proof that these niggas are actually workers, even after they went on a 6-week strike and came back. Remember, I just saying a bunch of shit. Here's the proof. Let's listen.
Casting, and we had to work through it and get an understanding of where we was at to make everyone feel comfortable and moving forward. And that comes first before we start looking at fucking, contracts and business shit. We got to understand how we're all viewed here, as a pod.
Sure.
So, yeah. I hope that wasn't too political. I don't have a headline for anyone. I'm sorry. It wasn't headline material. I can make something up.
Yo, classic. I don't know what this nigga is, but yo, you can tell he's trying not to say nothing. The thing is, Mealy Mall, he's dumb as, that nigga is dumb as 2 dice. Like, dumb as shit. So he gives it up. This nigga is like, he's saying a bunch of nothing. Like, he's trained in that. That's all he does on the show. He translates what Joe says in college terms, so he says nothing. So he just explained what the fuck happened, but like you're like, wait, what? Wait. Y'all just trying to get an understanding of what's going on. Yeah, it was what? Huh? This bum ass nigga, hear Mealy Mall right now.
If you want.
Or did I pass it? Did I pass it? No, maybe I did pass it.
Saying, but respect.
Niggas sound like fucking Aretha Franklin. Jesus Christ.
As long as respect is still in order and respect is still there, you can get through anything.
All right. You see, let's skip past the lies. This is when he finally gives it up. Here we go, chat. Here we go.
Do an okay job. You can't get mad at that, right?
I wasn't mad.
Oh, perfect. Actually, here we go. Which Joe pretty much told him, like, yo, listen, y'all can't get mad that I brought in some niggas who actually fans like too, and y'all realize y'all were replaceable. Now y'all over here running back talking about why I didn't try to fix it.
You can't.
Here we go. Let me get through this ad.
Me? You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that.
This entrepreneur.
The only thing I'm gonna follow Joe for, Joe, you gotta tell these niggas is the Joe Budden podcast. Like, literally. Like, you have to tell them that. Like, they're under some type of false assumptions, which it should be clear. You make decisions without them. You make decisions because you want to, yet they think they're making the decisions. Just tell them, it's my shit. I pay y'all, do y'all job. Y'all clearly do a serviceable job enough, and then leave. That's it. But these niggas think you need to consult him. I don't know how Joe was actually here and stood these niggas telling him, like, yo, you got to run decisions by us. I'm like, huh? But listen to this.
I said that to you. But if I say that to you and then you leave and then don't show up for the next however many weeks and then somebody else sit down and do an okay job, You can't get mad at that, right?
I wasn't. No. I wasn't mad. That's not what I'm mad at.
Or you can't.
That's not what I'm mad at.
You can't have no smoke for the people that come sit in.
I don't have smoke for nobody. If I had smoke for niggas know.
Yo, look at this bum ass nigga in the middle. He looked like two parents arguing over him. Look at him. He just looking down at the controller like, when I'm gonna get to play. Look at this bum ass nigga right here.
No, you had smoke for niggas on. I'm saying you tweeted that you had a few moments on Twitter where you had to, you know what I mean? It don't matter.
I didn't have smoke for nobody. I don't have smoke for nobody, bro. Now, people may have said things and I may have just like laughed, but that ain't smoke for nobody.
Are you guys, come on, let me get to the tough questions, man. Are you guys unhappy, overworked?
Here we go.
Underpaid?
Here we go.
Do y'all hate me? Like this
No.
stories? Come on, get to it.
None of that.
You got to get to it.
You know the answers to the questions.
Yeah,
we spoke.
like we spoke, but if we want to,
We asked them for them.
if we want to
It ain't
answer
about
it
me.
here, if we want to answer it here, my issue was simply respect and transparency when it came to business. That was it. That's all.
If that don't tell you enough, let me run it back one more time. Just spam accurate right. This bum nigga, Jay-Z's pre-cum, who's right there, has been on the show for like 6 years. And in year 6, he's saying he walked off the job because he didn't get respect and there's no transparency. How the fuck is there no transparency when allegedly all three of y'all decided to walk away from a 8-figure deal from Spotify? It clearly means you niggas never even knew about that shit. They're asking Joe for they have no idea. That's worker shit. What I tell y'all about with Complex? By the way, me and Joe, we were workers at Complex. We weren't bosses. We're workers. By the way, there's nothing wrong with being workers, but you got to understand what you are. I was a worker at Complex. I'm a boss with my shit. Joe's a worker with Complex. He's a boss with his shit. I told you, the problem, the one thing Complex did that was fucked up, the moment you let the niggas you employed get the knowledge of how much you are taking them for, it's over. This nigga is literally admitting to us that he has no fucking clue what's been going on. Listen to this shit.
None of that.
You got to get to it.
You know the answers to the questions.
Yeah,
we spoke.
like we spoke, but if we want to,
We asked them for them.
if we want to
It ain't
answer
about
it
me.
here, if we want to answer it here, my issue was simply respect and transparency when it came to business.
You're asking, this nigga's 40. He's asking Joe like, yo, we just want to check. Nigga, you're not one of the bosses, nigga. The only transparency you need to see is your paycheck. Which, truth be told, you don't even deserve one. That shit should be transparent. Should be see-through. Should be nothing. But just listen to these niggas who claim they were bosses have to sit up on a podcast and literally admit, we just want transparency. Like, what's going on? Like, yo, what's going on? These niggas were finding out about the great shit Joe is doing behind the scene, and believe me, some good shit. They're finding out today they show up to the podcast. They're not making no. That's why I'm saying they're workers. Look.
That was it. That's all. I didn't have an issue with nothing else.
Look, hit it.
Nothing else.
Listen.
My issues are very short. Respect and transparency. What's going on with the business? Why have we never seen this? Why have we never seen that? Why we don't?
Wait, did this nigga say, why haven't we seen this? Wait, no way. These niggas said they were bosses like me. No way. No. Hey, this is why I'm having my moment of joy. Rory and Mealy Mall, y'all sat there and y'all berated me for why I didn't go to Revolt with Joe Budden. You know why I didn't go? Because, nigga, how could I go there blindly behind a man's word when I didn't speak to the company, then expect transparency? If the company didn't come to me, I'm basically going through a third party to go somewhere. That's what y'all did. Now y'all talking in your 6th year. You're figuring out what I realized 3 years ago. Except I didn't get up and bitch about it. I made my own move and dipped. I said, all right, with all due respect, I'm staying at Complex School. Now y'all on a podcast, you grown as fuck. Jay-Z's pre-cum is sitting there just like, we just want to know what's going on with the business. How could you be a boss if you... Chat, just tell me if I'm wrong. So you see when I'm saying I'm having a victory lap, I knew they were going to go back to work. It's the only show in town for them. I'm pretty sure they thought we should do our own podcast because they know Joe will never look at them as 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Never. It'll always be 95-5. But it's the only show in town for them niggas. They'll never have this much reach. They'll never have this much impact. And they're too scared and untalented to even try something else. And it's fine. You can't, I'll knock C&D mics who know their place. But I'm only showing it to the people who sat here and I took criticism for years. Yeah, Act don't know what he doing. Act this, Act that. These two bozos were the two niggas driving the narrative. Remember, he feels the same. He just knows you see, this nigga's sensitive. And he's a little smart. So he's sensitive. So he's watching what the internet's saying. He's not going to say publicly. Mealy Mall is Jay-Z pre-cum. He might have half a brain. That nigga's stupid as fuck. He's just saying everything. He's exposing himself without even knowing. We don't know what's going on with the business. We don't know. We went on strike because we're tired of it. Tell us. Involve us in conversations, please. And by the way, I'm going to show y'all what Joe's response is. Listen again.
Laughed, but that ain't smoke for nobody.
Are you guys, come on, let me get to the tough questions, man. Are you guys unhappy, overworked?
One more time.
Underpaid?
For the people in the
you
back.
hate me, like this
No.
stories. Come on, get to it.
None of that.
You got to get to it.
you know the answers to the questions.
Yeah,
We spoke.
like we spoke, but if we want to
We asked him for them.
if we want to
It ain't
answer
about
it
me.
here, my issue was
Let me cut this out one more time. There's mad things that Joe does business-wise I don't agree with. Do you know why I don't hop up on here and be like, yo, oh, Joe did this. Yo, Joe turned this down. Yo, why would Joe walk away from this? I realized this, especially even after the Complex situation. The Complex situation put me on a mainstream level that I wanted to be on. And that's why I could never really have smoke for Complex. I got what I wanted out of it. It wasn't money. It was to be seen in a certain light. When Joe walked away from it, I was a little confused at first. But seeing and watching what happened afterwards, that's when I realized. It's a little bit like Dave Chappelle and other people. There's certain motherfuckers who could bet on their talent. There's certain people who, business-wise, they could just blow it up and they'll go somewhere else and they'll create fire again. There's some people who only create fire once. Joe Budden has created fire at least 8-9 times. That's why when these two bums thought they were more important than they were and they dipped, nigga, Joe walked away.
nothing else. My issues are very short. Respect and transparency. What's going on with the business? Why have we never seen this? Why have we never seen that? Why we don't know what's going on with this? Why we don't know what's going on with that? That was it. It was that simple for me. It wasn't nothing deep. It wasn't nothing like that couldn't be resolved, spoken about. Nothing. Like I said, for me, shit went left when you said what you said. That's when my energy changed. And it was like, oh, okay.
So again, and I want to make sure y'all hear it. We wanted to know what was going on with this, what was going on with that. That's an admission that they did not know. Which, for everything I've said about them being workers, Joe being the boss, them talking about Spotify, them not being in a position to even make that decision, them talking about me and decisions I should have made, when truth be told, they have no idea about what their own dealings are. If that doesn't highlight my point, I don't know. This is why I'm thinking this is a real victory lap for me. But I'm going to play you Joe's response. Joe did have a response. Oh, Lee. You want to hear Joe's response? Listen to this.
Like,
Yeah.
it was...
Listen, remember these niggas are saying, yo, we just want to know what's going on with the business, the friendship. Yo, we need respect. Like, yo, just let us know something, dog. Like, what's up? Like, yo, help us. You know what Joe said to these bum ass niggas? Listen to this.
It's completely different. Jay didn't
Oh, you thought?
owe you nothing. Us, the three of us, all owe each other something because we're friends.
What do you think I owe y'all?
As friends, I think back to the respect thing and the understanding.
This nigga, he gonna get redder by the second. Look at this fool. He don't know what. He never thought that question would have came out of Joe's mouth. What the fuck you think I owe you? Look at this.
Thing and
in the entitlement thing. What do you think I owe you, Rory?
That nigga is talking to, this nigga Joe talking to this chick like a 21-year-old chick from Dykeman, okay? The fuck you think I owe you? You got some good pussy and what? What the fuck you think I owe you? What the fuck? Joe's talking to these niggas like they wanted his hoes. My nigga Joe, man. Just salute to Joe. Y'all gotta stop slandering my nigga, man. He talking to these bum ass niggas. Look, these niggas sound like they're on a casting couch. Listen.
the understanding thing and
in the entitlement thing.
Entitlement. Listen, I'm telling you, this is a conversation you have with your chick. A chick let you fuck one time or a couple times, she feel like she entitled to like you doing this for her, being here. No, we just fuck. Like, what you talking about? Look how Joe's dealing with these niggas.
What do you think I owe you, Rory?
oh, just as I'm not talking anything outside of friendship. And
you know when you ain't read the night before and the teacher call on you and be like, yo, what does Shakespeare say on page 55? You're like, what the fuck? Yo, look, this nigga is struggling for the answer. Joe is asking him straight up, what do you think I owe? Now, here's the thing. If he had any legit case like, yo, you owe me this, you owe me nothing. This is how you know Joe is doing these bum ass things a favor. They're trying to use this thing that, yo, we're friends with Joe, so Joe should treat us equally in business. Newsflash to both you bozos. Mealy Mo, you got 25% of a brain, so you might not get it. But you, nigga, you supposed to be the college interpreter for Joe. Just because he's friends with you, don't mean he owes you anything in business. That is Joe's business.
thing outside of friendship. And that comes down to
you couldn't think of nothing, nigga. Think about it. These bitch ass niggas couldn't say one real reason why they dipped. I feel like I feel like the French. Y'all stop working because friendship? Or y'all here to do business or y'all here to be friends? By the way, I didn't place in chronological order. Joe got at these niggas. You know why? Saying this? Because they were offended that Joe replaced them. Why didn't you come try to fix it with us before you replaced us? Wait, hold on. Let me do the math. So Joe is making millions from his podcast. They're not seeing millions. They're seeing like tens of thousands. It's cool. Joe's making millions from his podcast, but two niggas who are highly emotional. By the way, one niggas keep talking about the cloth. Nigga, you need a Kleenex to wipe your eyes. You emotional, nigga. The other nigga is talking about respect. You think he's Aretha Franklin. How the fuck are both you niggas trying to do business but only caring about feelings and shit like that? But I digress. Listen.
What do you owe someone in friendship? I'm asking.
Respect and communication amongst each other.
I owe that to strangers in the street.
Talk to him, Joe.
Different level of it.
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
Not to me.
Talk to
Okay,
him.
that's,
You
I
owe
mean,
strangers
that's
in
you.
the street respect?
Yeah, small. I respect people in the street
you
as I go about. That's how I.
No,
That's how I carry myself.
The same level of respect.
That is how I carry myself. Yes.
That's not what I asked you. I said, do you owe them that? A stranger. Do you owe a stranger respect?
I freely give it.
Do you owe a stranger respect?
No.
Joe done told these bum ass niggas, I respect a stranger more than I respect y'all. And by the way, here's the thing. These niggas are still, they're trying to get out of every situation saying we're friends. Joe is saying, I'm doing business. And every time Joe is basically making an argument that he's doing business, they keep saying friendship. It's the reason why friends and business can't mix. You're going to look at Joe as an asshole if you're looking at him saying, yo, those are your friends, though. You're going to look at him like, nigga, you're right, when he says, if y'all just dip and I keep the business going on because I'm a businessman, What the fuck is like? Y'all deal with y'all feelings. I gotta do business. That's right. But these niggas keep throwing in the friendship shit.
Okay, so then you can't say that when you're talking about friends.
But you don't.
You owe friends respect.
I don't believe that.
Yes, you do.
You don't believe that you owe your friends respect?
I don't believe
Listen,
that.
if it's one thing I've learned throughout this, I'm never gonna expect anybody to move how I move. So that's fine. If you don't feel that way, that's fine. I'm just telling you the way.
And Rory, the word "oh" speaks to entitlement, and I don't have entitlement even in my friendships. I am appreciative of my.
Hey, I'm gonna pause. I just thought of this right now. I'm gonna go to this clip right here. Joe Budden, Akademiks, IG Live. I'm gonna go to the part where we speak about Mealy Mall and Rory, and I say, "Well, Joe, I'm gonna make this smaller. Hold up." And I say, "Well, Joe, like, you know them niggas ain't in there making decisions with you." And Joe says to them, like, this is why their whole situation's fucked up. Friendship and business has made a very blurry line. And look, I'm going to play the part. I'm going to find the part somewhere.
But it took it from.
Here we go.
You'll interview Mona one day. You'll talk to her.
You know, like, think your worth. Underestimate my worth.
And I went and got that $1 million. See, that's the part, niggas. More money than the fuck. You just telling all the business.
What?
Imagine the conversation where I could ask for two.
I'm trying to find the part, but I'm going to give Joe some blame here too, because I remember when I said to Joe, I said, Joe, those dudes ain't talking to Spotify. And Joe basically says, yo, I'm going to hold my friends down. So I could understand if Joe's talking like that. And by the way, I don't mean to stick up for Rory and Mealy Mall. There's a very blurred line here. It's somewhere in the conversation.
50. My way is not for everybody.
Hold up.
For your 50%. I don't know who's here. I don't know who's listening.
And you know, that might have just been a personal thing, right, with you and Charlamagne.
With me and you? Oh,
you going to burn every brick?
Well, father.
It'll be acknowledged.
Hold on. Well, I'll give you full transparency. That very, you know.
Media. Not because Joe is a threat, not because there's this long line of women present day that quit it. It's been dismissed. I've been.
Wait. Do you know the timestamp for me?
Who gives a fuck if the zip code is like?
Oh, here we go.
He was trying to tweet out my zip code. Hey, hold on.
If Rory went to your house,
here we go.
They might stand by you like Nike did Tiger. Went somewhere. We went to your house.
The only thing I see with that, because I love, you know, War of Words, sparring cool.
Yeah.
You saw that.
I mind my business.
No, hold on. Yeah. But Joe, here's the thing though, right? Like, with the whole, I don't care. Like, first of all, I'm a public figure. See, your baby boy.
I would pray on it.
It was an amateur move. Tier, and I can't respect niggas who ain't
about shit.
Commenting on niggas who did bullshit. So I'm watching both of them, and I'm like, yo, if Joe says, yo,